Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Jay and Nicole's Learning Lab podcast. Today, we have a kind of funny and interesting story that led me into taking a look at a teaching, it could be used as a teaching platform that myself and probably a lot of other people have ignored in the past. Nicole?
Yeah, it's one that, well, a lot of us have kind of looked down on for a while. So we just put it on that back burner, never really thought about it. I haven't used it in so long that back when I did use it at one time, like once or twice, I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. I don't like this at all. And I just never thought about it again. It's also connected to not one of my favorite program cultures in general.
Right, right.
We're leading into this. So we were supposed to do this week was supposed to be in the wild. We were supposed to do a YouTube commentary, but
Reaction, yeah.
yeah, reaction video. But this came up because Jay had a very interesting and unique student pop up, which led us to think about this again. We're like, oh, hey, yeah, considering another platform went away that was connected to it, we're like,
Mhm.
oh, huh. So we decided that it would be a good podcast for us today to
Sure,
spotlight. What do you think?
I think so.
So,
So,
who was this amazing and interesting student we are keep alluding to?
are you doing my thing? So,
Yes,
Jay,
basically.
that's good.
Pray tell us more.
So, last night, it was late at night, and I was just putzing around on my computer, not really doing anything of substance. And a platform that I still have an account on, but I don't teach there anymore. I had the web page open for whatever reason, and I heard a message come in because the web page makes a sound when you get a message. It was from a student that I did a trial lesson with, oh my gosh, a year and a half, maybe
It was a
2 years
long
ago,
time
even.
ago. I remember
I
this.
did the trial lesson. He was great. Just for whatever reason, he didn't pursue it, which is fine. It happens. Not very often, though. I always get them, but I still got them. So what this guy, and I remembered him right away. And, in the past 5 years, maybe, I don't know, thousands of students, at least 1,000. I remembered this guy because he's very unique. He is, he's Chinese. I think he's actually from Tibet. I might be wrong, but he's actually a Buddhist monk. And he lives with his master in Canada what is it's a small island. Is it Prince Edward Island? I think is what
Maybe.
it's called. Yeah, Prince Edward Island. He lives there with his master. Um, and he messaged me. He goes, "Hey, I'm ready to start taking English classes." I'm like, apparently, you needed to ponder this for a while, but what's the rush?
Right?
It's only been about a year and a half. Anyways, he said, but I can only use Teams, and that's because he lives in a monastery, and there's some restrictions on things that they can use. Zoom is not. Well, we decided we were going to go private right away. We weren't doing the classes on the teaching platform. So I got him to go private. And then he said, I can only use Teams. I said, you can't use Zoom? He said, nope. He doesn't even have WeChat, WhatsApp, Viber. He does have a cell phone, but he can't have that stuff on it. I don't know. But actually, and to be honest, I have never met any monk of any sort, let alone a Buddhist monk. And
I have.
he's a really nice guy, and he must laugh at me because I'm so curious about being a Buddhist monk. But, anyways, we got on a 15-minute call on this other clone of Zoom, I'll call it, and talked to him to figure out what he wanted to do and everything. And yes, he bought. Um, And the platform is
What is it, Jay? Ah, the lovely and wonderful Microsoft suite of Teams.
Microsoft Teams. And I mean, I've used it like once my whole life. It wasn't even on my computer, but the cool thing is you don't even have to install it on your you can just use it from the web, which is what Nicole got on there with me. But I did the call with him from the web version. I have since installed the app. And I don't know, we're going to take a look at that today. So before we get into it, did you notice anything that was a showstopper when you and I looked at it together?
No, it felt very similar to Zoom. We'll see it as we screen share from both sides, from the student and a
Mhm.
host side, right? You know, a joinee and a host.
Right.
But I actually felt like from the side, if I was the student, I felt like it was cleaner and less cumbersome. I do know that the Zoom, when we use Zoom from the student side and my side, you basically see the same tools. It's just stuff is either grayed out or you can't use it, right?
Right.
So it becomes really confusing for the students to find stuff and to use stuff because like everything is there and they don't know what to click on and you don't see their version of the app, you don't see their
Mhm.
screen, so you can't really help them too much, right?
Right.
So for me there was no red flags. It actually I joined it very easily. You gave me the link and
Yeah.
all I had to do was approve what mic and camera I wanted and what my background was and off I
Just
went
like you
just
do
like with
in
Zoom.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing you do in Zoom. And the cool thing is, just like Zoom, you can make a permanent link that you can give out to everybody, and they can also always do that. And so one thing to note is, Teams kind of they threw away Skype, which really bugged me. It
Yeah,
really bugged
same
me.
here. And I still am irked about that one. My Skype was so old it was my name.
Right, right. They got rid of Skype, and Teams is a pretty valid replacement. The only thing it can't do that Skype could do was
Phone
make a
calls.
phone call to a phone number. That was the biggest reason for me to have Skype.
Well, and you could actually pay for an actual real number, which is
Right,
what I had done.
right,
So it was a big, and you could get text messages too
right.
from like cell phones, and
Hmm.
it was just I missed that a lot.
Right. I can't imagine how many old grandmas out there that were distraught over losing Skype. But after using Teams, I don't see why those people couldn't use it, to be honest with you. It's pretty simple if you just want to do a video call. Even the rest of it for the teacher side, I there's one thing it's missing that might be a showstopper for some people. I think I could work around it. It wouldn't bother me so much.
I think there's two depending on how somebody runs their classes. There's
Mhm.
workarounds though, completely.
Right.
But it takes one extra step. But let's get into it though.
Sure.
Let's screen share your side first so you can see
Okay.
how the teacher logs in and then I'll show how I log in.
All right. Roger Dodger. And
Roger Dodger.
where's the
I don't know.
Oh, I got a screenshot. Jeez. I'm looking for the Teams window. That's what I'm looking for.
That's awesome, by the way, just so you know.
Hmm.
Just screen share your whole screen.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want everybody seeing my whole screen.
I
That's
just
all right.
well, I have two screens, so I put everything else on the other screen and I just screen share that. I'm
I'm
done.
I'm closing stuff right
Are you?
now.
That's great. Live and in action, y'all. We are prepared.
Hold on, just relax. Let
Hmm.
me close that. Okay. Screen. Step one. I'm, I'm, I can set. You can see my Teams app.
Yes, now I can. Oop. Yes, I
Okay.
can.
Okay. So here. So I created a link. You just click create link. You don't have to do anything special. And you can and you can share this link and you can give it to everybody. And you just click join. A lot like Skype. And this is it looks a little different and not Skype, a lot like Zoom. Looks a lot like Zoom. You just click join now. And we are in there. Now let me turn this microphone off, but I'll leave the video on. Okay. All right,
There
Nicole,
you go.
your turn.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, now I get to screen share. So you have to turn yours off. All right. Replace current screen share. And
Okay.
here we go. Chat. Here we are. All right. So I have the link in the chat here, and I just
Mhm.
click it. So there it is. Oops. I clicked it twice apparently. And that's all it did. Just like in Zoom, just join on this browser or join on the app. Now I don't have the
Okay.
app, so I could download it if I wanted,
Okay.
which is nice.
I
Um,
can
there we go.
I can
Yeah, it's
tell you
gonna.
the app and they there's there's no trade-offs. I didn't notice. I'm big proponent of web-based stuff instead of having to have an application.
So the only difference here is it asked me for my name. That was the only difference from Zoom. And my internet's going to struggle for a second
Mhm.
until I turn off my camera. So hold on a second. So teacher Cole, same thing. I get to choose what I want. Um, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to turn off my camera
You
so
got
I
the
can
right.
free
Oh
up.
yeah, you're.
Cool. All right.
Yep.
Join now. Oh, it says don't use audio. I should have clicked that. Haha.
Mhm.
And someone will let you in shortly. You want to let me in the classroom, please, 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 Teacher Jay, with cherries on top.
This, and I know you guys can't. I know you guys can't see it, but it's no different than Zoom. You just click admit. I'm admitting.
Oh,
There we
sorry, I should have
go.
let you. Yeah, and here we are. And what I had done is I changed so on my side, you can see that I'm down here in the corner, and I absolutely do not like that at all. So you go to view, and I can click to speaker, and this is as close as I can get to a side by side, but
Hmm.
I can click my camera, my mic. I can't share without permission. The view, I have reaction buttons. You know, there I am, little hearts. I can raise my hand. There it is. I can lower my hand, which is very easy. The chat is right here.
Hmm.
I mean, it was just the people is right there. That's it. It was that easy, simple and easy. I'm going to stop screen sharing to free up my bandwidth so you can share your side. But from the student side, this was it. I mean, like, there you go.
Yeah.
There's nothing to mess around with. Oh, but the one thing I did notice, um, the camera, you have a lot of background settings. Lots of background settings.
Yeah, you have. Uh, if I go, where is it? Yeah, video effects. Lots of backgrounds to choose from, and you can upload your own.
Which
Um,
we had done.
you can switch cameras and everything else. You can mirror or unmirror your video and microphones, whatever. There, you can just use whatever one you need. And other than that, so that's it. It's very straightforward.
Very
Um,
easy.
whoop, very straightforward. So oh, this is going to be weird. I'm going to screen share inside a screen share.
Screen share like a tab or something, maybe.
Yeah, um, I'm just going to, everybody needs to see my stuff. But no, it's going to be, you're going to see my screen share from Teams inside of the Zoom call. So, so you can see my screen now, right? My Google
Hmm. Yes.
tab. Yeah. So the one thing it's missing, everything else works fine. The one thing that's missing is I don't have an annotation tool
On the free
in
version.
Teams. I have the paid version.
It said it was
I
available on
have,
the paid
I
version.
have, I have 365. So
Well, that's
where
strange.
are the,
It said on the free version it wasn't available, but on the paid one it was. Maybe it's the premium. I'm gonna ask.
oh, they're in a floating bar? Really? I don't see them.
With 365, where is the annotate
It's right here.
feature?
It says right here, floating toolbar at the top center of the screen. Only after you start sharing your screen.
Only after you start sharing. Okay.
This is the same problem I had with freaking Gemini, or not Gemini, Google Meet. But I don't see any annotation tools.
Click share, click
Yeah,
screen or share. Okay. You have to share. There's a floating toolbar.
yeah. It's this right
Oh,
here.
is it one of those hidden toolbars that are hard to find?
It's no, it's right here. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here. This is a Teams toolbar.
No, I can't see it.
Really?
No, I
Huh.
can't. Because your screen sharing.
So you can't. So if I click off of it for a second, I see the tab. It's looks a lot like the Zoom tab that you see when you need to turn on the annotate. It actually looks really close to it, but it's
You know what
there,
you
but
should
there's
do
no
is
annotation
take
tool.
take a screenshot
That's what I
and
was gonna
then
do.
like put it in a note card or something.
Oh, hold on.
Ah, that means that you can give me permission to annotate, right?
But I can't annotate. Can you see this?
You got to move the people. There it is.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't even show on a screenshot.
No, it doesn't. That's
Uh,
strange. Wow.
let me try a different way of screenshotting it. Uh,
Print screen.
what's I'll use the Apple. Oops. No, it's not it.
No, it didn't. That's so funny. But it looks like the Zoom one, right?
Yeah, it's like a
Ooh,
clone of
can you take a
what?
picture from your phone
There you go. Oh man,
and
it's
then I'll put it
2026.
right?
Um,
Put it in the chat and bring it up.
hold on. Oh,
The way we
yeah.
work around stuff, right?
Uh, let's see here. I'm gonna just drop it in. Uh, okay.
Okay, you know what? Wait, does it say start recording meeting? Meeting
What's that?
info, hide. Oh, wait, you have the record button. So on the free one, I should mention that Jay has the paid version. So I have the free one. On the free one, you do not get the annotate and you do not get the record option.
There
But
you go.
if you use like something like
See
Edge,
this? See
you
this
can.
tab at the top? Looks a lot like Zoom's tab, but there is no annotate button for me. Nothing.
Weird. Where's the oh, there we are. Okay. I'm not
It's right here.
seeing it. You know what? You're not screen sharing.
I'm screen sharing my whole screen.
Yeah, but on Zoom, I'm only seeing
Oh,
me as the
that's right. I
neighbor.
was on the wrong, I was on the wrong screen.
There we go. I'm
Here we
like,
go.
wait a minute.
I was on the, I was on, that's why I said this is weird because we're going to be screen sharing from two different devices, from two different apps.
There we
So
are.
yeah, there's no,
Oh,
and it literally the the same, the almost identical to Zoom when you share a screen, you've got the stop there and then it says you're screen sharing. Yeah,
mm-mm.
nothing there. Nothing
So
there.
strange. Hmm. Are you you're screen sharing. So it's okay, strange. Well, it's supposed to be, but the only reason that's not a deal breaker for me is because I use PDFs, right?
Right.
So I use PDFs. So I use Edge because Edge has everything built in. It's the
Mhm,
one thing that I use like Microsoft for religiously is for teaching because of all of the built-in features, split screening, everything like that.
mhm.
The only time that annotation becomes a deal breaker for me is when I used to use the teaching tools, those programs that did the books all in one. It
Right.
it, it was easier to use the annotate feature than to use the built-in pin with that device because they were always clunky and didn't work right.
Mhm.
So that became something that was really important to me. Um, I think it's really annoying when the free version doesn't have the record. Now, we found that out with another, um, what was the other one that didn't record in the free version? We found that out with another one.
Goddamn Google Meet.
That's what it was. And Google Meet also did not have the annotate feature for the
Right.
free version either.
If this had an annotate feature, I could completely I actually think I could teach from this today. I would miss the pen, not gonna lie, I would miss the pen, but there are browser plugins you can install to have a pen. The student won't have a pen, but you will.
Yeah, and I'll miss some of the features of an annotate, like you can do the boxes and the circles
I
and
wonder,
some of the
I
things.
wonder if there's a Teams plugin that would give you a pen.
That's interesting. That would be something worth looking at.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it, but because they have done something, maybe I need to actually pay for a Teams subscription to get that.
Maybe because it's through 360 and not an actual. Well, you
Right.
want to stop screen sharing so we can go bigger?
Which one?
No,
Both?
you. Like stop screen sharing so we can make
Like
us
both
bigger.
screen shares, right?
Yeah. There we
Okay.
go. Like that. Cool. Um, some of the benefits, the one things that I really liked in the free version was you could do 60 minutes even with groups,
Right.
right? So you can get all of your
Well,
classes in and out
you
without
could,
having to be.
one-on-one, you can go 30 hours. I
Yes.
don't know anybody on the planet that I want to talk to for 30 hours straight, though.
But one-on-one, but it's nice because if you have group classes, I mean, I don't know anybody who does more than 50 minutes an hour. So,
Right.
that's really nice. You can definitely do a one-on-one if you do like hour and a halfs or whatever,
Mhm.
so you don't have to worry about that unprofessional look of having to log out, log back in without a paid version.
Right.
Um, you can do the permanent links. It was web-based, which was really nice. You didn't have to download the app unless you wanted to.
Mhm.
Um, what I would like to see is how it works from a tablet because Zoom,
I
yeah,
can switch. I can call in from my iPad. Hold on.
I don't think mine
Um,
is charged. Mine charged?
I'm actually charging everything today because we have a 8-hour power outage tomorrow.
I don't think I'm charged up. I think I have oh, I might be. I think I just didn't turn it on. Um,
Uh,
because I know Zoom sucks with the tablet.
it's
Class in works
so
great.
flaky. It's so weird when you
I
do
can't
when you work.
even I couldn't even. It was way too much effort. Um, what was the other thing? I didn't like the not being able to record, but that's something you could do on your own with with OBS or whatever. I mean,
Mhm.
but it was irritating. I'm not gonna lie, it's nice to just push a button and be gone. But I
Right.
have worked on other platforms where I had to record myself and you can do a hotkey and turn it on every time, right?
Right.
Um, the annotate, again, annoying, but It's not a complete deal breaker with the way I teach, but for some people it would be. But again, you're supposed to have it somewhere if you have it paid. Let's
I'm
see.
I'm now in Teams from my iPad in the
Yeah, I'm
car.
gonna join here as well in a second. I'm just opening up the
Um,
line. Oh, here we go. You want to send it to me again online so that way I have a fresh version of it?
it's the
Um,
same version.
yeah, but I've had my tablet off for a while, so it's not updated all the messages.
Yeah, hold on, where's my mouse? Hold on, just a second.
Ah, there it is. It's updating, I think. There we go.
Yeah,
I got it. It finally updated. There we go. Let's see what we got. So I'm gonna give it a go. I might have to turn off my background here to give it a try. Oh, hey, it looks the same. So on my tablet, for me joining as a student, it's looking quite the same. Here we go. See, it looks the same. So let's
I'm
join.
in on the app again from my iPad.
Let's see what's gonna happen. I have Dex, so I have a Samsung, so I have Dex, but I'm not in the Dex feature right now. I'm just doing it from the
Mhm.
regular tablet screen. We're gonna see what happens eventually, possibly.
I don't know what I'm doing here, to be honest with you. I don't. Oh, I see. Okay, so I got to open something uh, to share my screen. We'll just share free.
I don't know. I've got the never-ending screen of loading.
Can you share your screen from? Oh, yeah. Can you share your screen from Zoom so that if I've got an app open on uh, oh,
Oh, hey, I can see the pen.
that's the whiteboard. But I shared it from my. That's the whiteboard from the app on the iPad. There's
Okay,
no.
okay. So it's wanting me to download the app. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my Dex instead, and it'll let me do it from the web-based version. So let's see here. Dex.
So the iPad, it doesn't look like you can't. You have to share your whole screen. You can't just share a window.
Yeah. Why can't I get to the Dex? What's going on here? Well, this is annoying. Oh, I'm actually not happy with Samsung right now because they've updated. Um, there it is, Samsung Dex. They've updated it and it's not the same as it used to be. So it's, come on. I want to create all right, whatever. Are you serious right now? Like, why isn't it just connecting? Oh my goodness, this is so annoying. You know what they did? They updated and it's really annoying now. It's not like it used to be. You just clicked on it. They didn't update. A lot of people are actually really upset about this, that you can't just I can't get into it. I don't even know how I can get into it. Um, I can't turn on my decks, which is really bad. Oh,
So,
there it is.
uh,
Now it is. Okay, there it is.
so this, I mean, but you can't draw on this. I know that. This is from the Apple Freeform app that obviously I have only used for play. I've never done anything, but you can see my whole iPad screen, which is weird. No need, nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Um,
See, it's forcing me join meeting. I don't want to join the meeting here. This is strange. I should be able to, let's see, copy. Let's just go into this one. Let's see if I can paste it here and just join from the. I want to see if I can get it to join from the from the web version because I'm in Dex. I should be able to join here. Nope. I have to install the app on my tablet to be able to do it. So it
Really?
wants me, yeah, even with Dex, it won't let me. Um, I have to install it, which is strange. Oh well. Well, hopefully it works, but there you go. Oh, hey, what's that? Is that your is that
I
your
I have a keyboard with my iPad. I
oh,
just turned it on, but
there we
turn it
go.
off.
It says it's installing. So, well, that's a bummer. Well, you can't
Uh,
join the web version from your tablets. You got to do, which I opened.
I bet you if you pasted the link into Chrome,
I did. It wouldn't. And I'm
really?
in my Dex also, so my Dex is supposed to allow me to do like a
Mhm.
desktop. I've noticed that
Right.
a few apps will still notice that um I'm in a tablet and they won't work that way.
Mhm.
So that's a bummer. Oh well. So let's go back here to Zoom. Oh, I'm in Zoom, so I need
Yeah.
to stop sharing now.
Good.
There we go. Haha.
Oh, weird. So what do you think? If
You
you
know,
hadn't have purchased Zoom again this week, would you, if you had known this was here in this capacity, um, would you have done this instead of Zoom?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
have because the free version gets me everything I needed to be professional in Zoom.
Mhm.
And Microsoft Teams is now being seen professionally equal to Zoom
Right.
in most places. A lot of companies are moving over to this and not using
Right.
Zoom anymore.
Right.
Zoom really messed up when COVID came out and they had those hacks and they got hacked badly, and they're
Mhm.
not seen as secure as they used to be. It used to be the secure go-to for companies, and it's not
Mhm.
seen that anymore. They got a bad rep for that, even
Right.
with all the fixes. So, yeah. Also, if you get the paid version, it's still cheaper than Zoom.
Right. If you just buy even like a Microsoft 365 family subscription, which means I think you can have like five family members. Each of them get all the Microsoft apps and a terabyte of storage and Microsoft was it one cloud or what I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, and most people are pay for some form of Microsoft suite, right? Because to do their
And
job, especially as a teacher.
that family version of Microsoft 365 is just a hair over $10. And if you get the full Teams subscription separate, the premium is only $10 a month. That's cheaper than Zoom.
And you're getting the platform, the paid version, you're supposed to get the annotate features. Apparently, we still have to figure that out. You
Mhm.
get the record feature. Um, you're getting also the entire suite that you need anyways, right?
Mhm.
You know what I wonder? One of the things that Zoom does is they have that AI summary thingamajigger when you pay, right?
Yeah.
Yes, my conversation skills are great. So I wonder if it does that. I didn't think about that.
Let me look here in the app. That's going to be something in the app. Settings. I don't see anything. Uh,
Yeah, because that's part of the paid features, right?
like,
So, intelligent recap, built-in AI summary. After a meeting is recorded and transcribed, teams can generate an AI-powered recap.
oh, cool. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Cool. So, of course, this is the Chat GPT answer, by the way, y'all. So, I just thought of that because I personally, when I use my Zoom, and I use another platform, so I have Letterly as well. I do AI summary memos now. I don't even I just look them over and make sure everything's in there. Let me why work harder, work smarter, right? I'm paying for the service, whatever. So the fact that I can get this just like in Zoom, so all of my memos would be done for me, right? On top of how I use Notion. Um, this works out really well. So Teams Premium gets you actual meeting notes, which are detailed summaries, real-time translation, live captions, personalized timeline markers. Wow. Okay. Um, this is
That's
pretty
pretty
good.
awesome,
Apparently,
right?
yeah, this is pretty awesome. I would 100% dump Zoom for this, just for this alone as a teacher. So
Right.
apparently I have a quick comparison chart here. Um, so Team Standard, Premium, and 365 Copilots. Those are the three levels, right? So
Copilot.
meeting
If
recording
anybody
and
has figured out the Copilot
right.
subscriptions, let me know.
So apparently in the Team Standard and there's Premium. So meeting recording and transcript, all three say yes. AI meeting summary, you get a basic limited one for the standard teams. If you get the premium, it has an intelligent recap. And if you have the 360 Copilot version, it's full AI summaries plus interactive prompts. Oh,
Uh,
like the Notion AI.
yeah, but you know what? The Teams premium pricing, I don't like this. It's annual billing, $10 a month, but it's annual, so you're going to pay $120 up front. But you could try it for free for a month.
Yeah, but I pay for the yearly for Zoom also, and I did the same for Class N too, because I like to get the cheaper price and I have to use it anyways.
Right.
Real-time translation and captions. The basic is limited, but the other two options are complete. And interactive AI, so asking questions while, it's interactive. It's only the
Mhm.
360 Copilot.
So
Wow.
Zoom can do that too. You can ask questions during the meeting to their
Mm-hmm.
AI and
Yep.
stuff.
Okay, so it says here that the Microsoft 365 Copilot is about $30 per month per user.
Right.
But if you get the Teams Premium, it's $10 per month. Again, it has to be but that still gives you AI summaries, personalized highlights, real-time translation, and recap
Everything
features as
Zoom,
well.
everything
Yeah,
Zoom gives you. Everything
at
Zoom
10
gives you.
bucks. The standard
What do you pay monthly uh for your annual subscription to Zoom?
156, I think, is what I just paid.
So it's like $35 less.
And I get all the same things plus the Microsoft suite, right?
Right,
So I
right.
actually get more by a lot.
Well, no, you with the Microsoft Teams Premium, you're only
Yeah,
paying for
only that.
Teams. You're not paying for the Office stuff.
Yeah, but 35 bucks is 35 bucks.
Right, right. I mean, you know,
That's like an extra 3 months of Teams.
if it weren't for goddamn PowerPoint, I would not need Microsoft Office, to be honest with you. I gotta have PowerPoint though. There's just
Yeah,
nothing
you
else
did
out
some
there.
creation stuff on there that not everybody does, but yeah, I have to admit the PowerPoints I have a lot of classes that have PowerPoints still, and oh my goodness, like you put those into Google Slides, and half the stuff doesn't work. Um, you try to use that in like what's that, Keynote or whatever it is, and from Apple. Yeah, trust
Yeah,
me, that's just like a learning curve from hell with and
right.
doesn't work how you think it's gonna work. Like I've used it on Libre. I do actually like Libre, to be honest. It's like the really old version of like PowerPoint, so it's very simple to use, easy to figure out.
Mhm.
I like it a lot. I do, if I have to use it, that's what I like to use. But some of the things won't work. I will admit that there's a
Right.
couple things that won't work, but
If you have
overall, it's
like
the best option.
clickers in the PowerPoint, they're
Some of
probably
the
not gonna
embedded
work.
stuff
Right.
doesn't
Right.
work, like audio sometimes.
Mhm.
Um, the reason I like Libre, I'm just going to say this right now, it doesn't have it's one of those versions like back in the day when you didn't need all the security permissions, like you don't have access to this file and you don't have access to
Mhm.
that. No, you can open it up and edit and do whatever. You can put it into draw and you can cut stuff out and it makes it much easier to edit. Um, when it comes to PowerPoints, Microsoft is definitely above. And you can do a
Just
lot with
hands.
that Copilot and the
Mhm.
features that you use. I have to admit that. But I use Google Sheets and I use Google Docs. I don't use Microsoft for that anymore. You can buy just the app for like just PowerPoint. You know that, right? You don't have to
Right.
buy the whole suite.
Yeah, but
They do that
I
now. They
get,
didn't used to do that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder how much is that? Do you know? I don't remember.
Well,
I looked it up once.
in the Apple App Store, let me see if you can buy it that way. So, well, mine's showing as I have a subscription, so it's not showing me the price. So,
I'm asking. I'm gonna chat GPT that. Standalone options.
oh, $160 for a one-time purchase.
Oh, like one time own it lifetime?
Right. But I don't know if you get all the future like Microsoft PowerPoint
Yeah, that's not what I
2030.
was. I remember where you can like how you get subscriptions, right? Like Microsoft likes to do the subscription now. I thought you could buy just the
No, it doesn't look like it.
subscription, which would
But
be, I mean, you would think the free.
PowerPoint Online is free. I don't know if it has everything.
Ah, it does here. It says, can you subscribe to just PowerPoint? It says, yes, Microsoft does allow a standalone subscription for PowerPoint, but it's usually offered as part of the PowerPoint only plan rather than bundled into the full. Okay.
Mhm.
So you can find this directly on the Microsoft Store under the PowerPoint product page.
Okay.
But the marketing will try and push you towards the whole suite.
Right. Right. Because I don't use
Um,
Word and I don't use Excel anymore, to be honest.
wow, it seems like it's kind of high. It seems like it would actually be just cheaper to get the whole suite.
Right, right. It just feels like I'm gonna pay $10 a month. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's like the way they have it done. It's like now I know why the marketing is just to get the whole thing.
Right. It's
So
just not worth it.
this is
It's
not
not
letting
worth
me in at all. So it's all right. Join meeting. Hang tight. We're opening mic. This whole time we've been here talking, I have been on this page. Hang tight. We're loading. Literally.
it.
Good job, Microsoft, on the app, on the tablet. Just saying. It might be because that's on my fiber, though. I wonder if I switch over to yes, I live in the middle of nowhere where my satellite is actually better than my fiber. Go figure.
Mhm.
Make that make sense. There we go. That one. Let's see if that'll work. Awesome. But yeah, honestly, if I hadn't have already bought Zoom, yeah, I would have totally bought that instead.
It feels, you know, if I compare it to Google Meet, Google Meet is just a confusing, unorganized mess like everything from Google. Um, but it feels very good, very responsive. I didn't have any problems with it. And,
Yeah.
Zoom, oh my gosh, if you need to change some settings in Zoom, sometimes you got to change them in the app. Sometimes you got to dig through the web page to find the settings. Like
Oh,
where you
and
store recordings. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
man.
and it always changes it. Like I have it
Right. I
specifically
swear to
designed to go
God.
to my external,
Yes.
and it always freaking
Right.
changes to my computer. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, where is it? Let's play hide and seek with the video.
Right.
It's super irritating. Or my favorite one, now this one is annoying as all get out, is if you have, the paid versions like we do, there's also an admin section, not just the
Right.
regular. And so half the time
Right.
you're like, why can't I change the settings? I'm logged into my account. I own the. No, you need to be logged in as the admin. Are
I
you
am the
are
admin.
you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me right now? Do you not realize that I am the owner of the account? This is the owner's account, so I have to literally
Right.
sign into another part of my own
Mhm.
account. And I'm like, what?
It looks like the online version of PowerPoint would do the automatic designs that I have it do for me.
Yeah, I saw there that there's a PowerPoint. I don't know. I'm interested because, like I said, next year when my stuff comes up for renewal,
Mhm.
I might be jumping ship completely. I waited until the last freaking day. I mean, like it had already canceled my subscription. Like 30 minutes later, I was renewing for Zoom because I
Mhm.
really didn't want to pay for it.
And if you're gonna if you're gonna do this teaching online, you need, okay, you have your teaching platforms, the Classins, the Koala Goes, and whatever else is out there, Highlink. I don't know of any others.
That was another one, the high link
You
one.
need
They
you
only
need
have
to
the
look
free.
professional. You need to
Yeah.
look professional, and Zoom takes care of that, and so does Teams because it's used in really big companies. Gosh, it's used in China. It's supposed to be okay in China. I would have to test that out to be sure. Um,
Like I said, if that can be reliable, I would dump, and I paid for because of all the problems I had with Zoom and a couple others, I paid for that class in, which is not cheap. Um and I would dump them both and just go in on one,
right,
call it good. I'm like,
right,
I wouldn't even let anybody talk me into because class in, if you don't pay for the subscription, you pay per class. And if
right,
Teams works in China reliably, I'd be like, I only do Teams. And if you don't do Teams, I'm not your teacher. Sorry, because I'm not paying for that unless you want to pay me to pay for the
right,
class because I'm already paying for
right,
something else that works in China.
right. Exactly, exactly.
Now that's the
This
thing that I think people don't realize is a lot of parents will try and force you to work on different platforms, not realizing that some of them you have to pay for them. So
right.
you're already paying, and
I'm trying to move my last few people off of Class N.
I have too many at this point because I have those 26 students plus some
Right.
of my regulars. And that's why I ended up having to pay because when I was paying per class, it ended up being more monthly than if I just bought the subscription, which I did, and I moved everybody else over there because I'm already paying for it, right?
Right.
Which is why
Right.
buying Zoom irked me. So I'm pretty heavy on platforms this year on pricing. I'm not doing that again next year. Next year,
Right.
something more economical has to come up. And so far, Teams is winning out of everything that we've looked at. We did ClassLink, we've done VooV, we've done Zoom, we've done Google Meet, we did HighLink, we looked at what's the one with the egg dinosaur?
Fun class.
Fun Class, which is a no-no. Koala Go.
Right.
And now we've got Meet. So, oh, we did that one through that Sumo, the startup one. Don't do that,
Oh,
y'all. Don't do
yeah,
that
we
one.
did yeah, don't do that one.
And if anybody wants to know what it is, put it in the comments. We'll put it there somewhere. Um,
Right.
so far, Meet is I would jump ship, even just on the free
Well,
version.
wait a minute. Not Meet.
Not Meet.
Google
I'm
Meet.
sorry. Sorry. Teams.
I would put it up there
Teams.
with Zoom. I would put it
I
up there with Zoom. It's on par with Zoom. I wouldn't say
I
it's
would say
better. I wouldn't say it's any better than Zoom.
no because you still get the record and the annotate for free.
Right.
But if you get the paid version, you're paying less than Zoom and you can get the suite if
Right.
you want to add that in, right?
Mhm. Yep.
I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to monitor it this year and test it out the free version with some students. And if I don't have any big hiccups with it,
I'm going to test it out tomorrow with a student in China, and I'm going to tell him intentionally not to use his VPN.
okay. I love this. I love this. What I tell people, they're like, VPNs are illegal in China. Yes, but 90% of the people use them. So go ahead and figure it
Right.
out.
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
Probably because I said it on WeChat and they had to say that
You're
back.
not
That's what I'm
supposed to.
guessing.
You're not supposed to drink beer till you're 21 years old. How many people broke that rule?
How many people had their parents give them alcohol before they were 21?
Mine did not. Mine did not.
Oh, we always had
Um,
sips off of dad's beer. Can I have a sip? Sure.
oh, that, yeah, but not like drink it.
Well, some
Now,
countries they take their kids out and just.
yeah, which platform that we've looked at do you think is the like rock bottom? Like only if
Boof.
nothing else. Oh, I think Google Meet is worse than Voov.
I'll give you that one.
And you should try Voov now, especially with your new laptop. It's fine. It's
Oh yeah.
fine. I teach 3 classes a week on it. It's fine.
Google Meet. No, not Google Meet. That stupid one that we didn't do a video on.
We're not even counting.
But yeah, Google Meet. Funny enough, the kids liked it though.
I don't care.
They thought it was fun.
Either
But
do.
yeah, no. Yeah, Google Meet was actually worse than Voov. It was so difficult to use in class. Oh my goodness. It was just, we actually had to stop and go back to Zoom.
Right, right. It is.
It
This
was,
was awful.
I had to test it out 3 times to get it to work right in one full class. So I gave
And
away
I'm
2 classes.
curious, who out there is actually, because I'm sure there's people out there, but who's actually teaching on Microsoft Teams? I'd like to hear. If anybody out there is
I
teaching
know a
on Teams,
few.
drop a comment and do it
Yeah.
now.
Right, right. I honestly, if I hadn't have bought Zoom, I would do it 100%. And
Yeah.
next year I'm going to think really hard because that's what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at all the platforms because I
Mhm.
spent way too much money this year on platforms because stuff wasn't working for me and
Yeah.
I was losing more money than just shelling it out for the year to fix the problem.
Mhm.
I definitely I hated Class In, I'll admit that, until I started using it more. There's 2 quirks that I don't like, but everything else, it's actually
It
really
works.
easy to use and it
It
always
works.
works.
Right. Right.
And I could literally leave my house and teach from my tablet anywhere
Right.
because
It
everything's
works.
loaded on that platform.
Zoom is the weirdest experience teaching on a
Fine.
tablet from. It is just really weird. The whole screen sharing thing, but it doesn't it feels like Teams is kind of like that. You
I'm gonna
can't
have to
just
check it out.
share an application or a document. You have to share your whole screen. Uh, I'm
See,
not
that's
I'm
the
not
one
really
nice
into that.
thing I liked about Class In as well is like it was almost like a doomsday backup where if my computer went to hell in a handbasket like we did
Mhm.
with Lenovo that we will not talk about, um, I could literally pop this up and continue teaching classes while I got my computer fixed.
And just we're not saying don't ever buy a Lenovo. They're actually really highly regarded laptops,
Oh yeah,
but
no, it's because they're actually really. I bought a really, really good one. I just had a really, really bad experience. We call it the
so
fireball.
she's she's come to the dark side.
Yes, I have. Apparently, that's what everybody told me because I am so anti-Apple, which is hilarious. Um, yeah, but this was really good. This is a major contender for me next year when I look at what I'm
Yeah.
going to be renewing next year. This would be a major
Mhm.
contender, especially considering I'll have to go back to at least PowerPoints again. I'll have to bring those back.
All right.
Because next year I'm consolidating one platform. One.
And
One.
in Teams, you can give remote control to the student.
I've
I
done that. My older students like that a lot.
highly recommend not doing.
I only do it with my good students and they love it because then they don't have to figure out how to use the pen or whatever. I just set it all up
Mhm.
and like circle what you want. And there they go. Give me answers. All right, cool. All right, well, let us know what you guys are using, what you prefer, how you use it. That would be interesting. Um, I don't think there's many other platforms that we haven't tried out so far, but gold
Yeah.
standard is still, I think Zoom and Meet, I think are
You
going head to head at this point.
you can pay monthly for Teams Premium. It's $12 a month, so it's an extra $2 a month. I'm
I think
signing
Zoom
up
is
for the.
17 at this point monthly.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm paying. And yeah, guys, I know that's not a lot of money, but it adds up at the end of the year.
It does. Yep, 17. The pro plan starts at 16.99. And it does the same thing, allows for 30-hour meetings, 100 participants. It's basically almost the same thing. Zoom makes you pay a lot of add-ons now too, though, by the way.
Yeah.
They've gone to a lot of stuff that used to be part of it is now add-ons. So Zoom monthly subscription and Teams monthly subscription. How much is Teams per month? Um, it says $4 per month. Paid yearly. What? Really? Oh, what is cheaper? Okay, so oh, it starts at about $4. So it's cheaper for companies. Oh, this is an old one because it used to be 13. Oh, per user per month. Yeah, that's gone up too. So it used to be like I think almost $12 a month. If you bought it
Mhm.
yearly, it worked out to about 12, but now it's like just over 13.
Right.
So it's gone up. Things go up. That's just the way it works. But yeah, that would be cheaper and you would get all the same features basically at, pretty much you're getting transcriptions, you're getting the AI summaries, you're getting the recording, you're supposed to have annotate somewhere in there which you haven't figured out. You can do remote control, you've got the whiteboard. Um, but you're paying less and you're still getting you could still have, that added service of PowerPoints and things like that. So they're positioning themselves really well on this one.
Right.
They really are.
Right.
Integrates really well with a lot of the other systems that your computer already has because it's Microsoft. Um, so yeah, I think they're probably going to, I think their goal by the end of this year or the next year is to take over as the number one spot for online um, video conferencing. I think that's what
Right.
they're really trying to do.
Looks
And it's
like there is uh, different pricing for the Philippines for teams. I'm trying to dig through that because
I think
I
that's why
just
I got the other price that popped up. I was like, wait a minute. Let me see what I got here. I
uh,
can see I
um, because I went to, yeah, oh my gosh, it's only like it's about the same price. Website. There we go. Oh, I got it. Oh, it's not- anyways, we're getting off track.
Yeah,
Getting
we
off
are.
track.
It's all right. So, yeah, bottom line. Okay. So, yeah, they're pretty similar, a little bit less, but not like.
Mhm.
So anyways, okay. Well, what is your verdict? Which one do you think is better at this point?
Um, honestly, I would still put Zoom slightly ahead, only
Mhm.
because of the annotation feature. Slightly. Everything else is fine. I could 100% teach classes with Teams as is. I could 100% do that. If I really need a pen, I can install a plugin into my browser to only I would be able to use the pen, but that would be fine. You know, that would be
Yeah,
fine.
I think they're missing the mark by not making that pen, even though it says it's supposed to be there. It could be just something we can't find. I mean, like it's
Right,
completely legit, and if somebody knows and we're not seeing it in the right place, let us know. But it shouldn't be that hard to find, though. That's still a
right.
negative. It should be just like right there, just like when you saw on the screen share at the top where it was like. And
Mhm.
I actually really disliked that. There was another platform, I think it was Highlink, and actually Google Meet when I did the paid one, you had to have a workspace to do it.
Right,
Um, I don't agree with not seeing the button until you screen share.
right, right.
I think the button should just be up there with all the other stuff and
Mhm.
it just be grayed out until you screen share.
Right.
you know. So it's, or, in the toolbox, because it's the same toolbox, the one that's up there when you're not screen sharing and the one when you're screen sharing. It just should be there and just not activated until you obviously, you know. It's just like in Zoom. You've got the annotate. It says annotate. You just can't do anything with it until you screen share or go
Right,
somewhere with it,
right.
It's there, but,
Yeah, it's
anyways.
given me a hard time registering for a premium account because uh it wants a US address and phone number and all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I could do
there you
that though
go.
because I have my business account. So, all right. So,
All right.
verdict is Zoom is a nick above because of that annotate. I would also say because of the recording for the free version. I would say those two things. I
Yeah.
really disagree with that reserving recording for why make somebody have another app? Why not just let them record?
Mhm.
And then I mean it's recording is you're just not recording on the cloud. You have like in Zoom. It's automatic to your computer because you don't have the paid.
Right.
Or I think you can record for the free, but it's a very limited amount of space. I'm wrong on that. Sorry. Um, yeah, it's I think, but the trade-off though with the price when you do pay, because it makes it a lot more affordable for teachers to get a paid version.
Right.
So
Right.
at that price, I don't think there's a reason not to have a paid version. Because even working at dun 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 Cambly, you still 1 month would be one class.
Mhm.
1 hour of work, right?
Right.
But
Boy,
it's
they really make you jump through hoops on the site to find the team's subscription. They really are pushing that 365.
oh, are they?
Yeah,
It did
I mean,
say it did say in chat that their marketing is really pushing for the package.
right, right. They're really pushing that.
Kind of reminds you of the old days when you used to buy a PC and Microsoft was already installed on your computer,
Right.
remember? They got in trouble for that.
Yeah.
All right. So, verdict, Zoom is still a nick above. Teams is a very close contender. I think by the
Yeah.
end of the year they might surpass
Yep.
or come up equal.
If you're really invested in the Microsoft Office workspace, Teams makes a lot of sense. Their email client is fantastic. PowerPoint, just nothing work. Nothing's as good as PowerPoint.
We have to let's spotlight that next time we do the spotlight session. I think we need to spotlight how you're using that in particular because even I
Oh,
didn't know about that.
it's not but that's like a 2 minute thing. That's
Yeah, but we can spotlight some other stuff because you use things in companion with it, I think. But I think we need to show some of the tools that we're using to create class,
okay.
maybe if people would want to
Sure,
know about it.
sure.
Um, we're not going to give away all our secrets, but I think that one's a really cool one because even I didn't know that it would do that. I was like, oh.